All right, out here at the Met Center Disc Golf Course in Austin, hole one from the shorts. Unfortunately, only AirPod microphone. Might be playing a tournament here in the near future, so I need to practice what lines I want to take from the tee and playing smarter instead of just trying to go for big distance. I think the most obvious line here is just to the right, hyzer. There's some other stuff to the left, kind of right, right turning route, but I'm just gonna go with a wraith here to the right, and I want it to fade quite a lot. Hit the tree a little bit, but landed in a good spot. We ended up in a good spot, but it's just a totally straight shot to the basket, which is not the easiest. So I'm gonna go with this flippy Mako here and try to put it on a little hyzer and have it just go flat. All right. Yeah, at this speed, I should have done less hyzer, I guess. All right, got a birdie look, but my putting is not very reliable, unfortunately. So, something I got to practice. And I do not like uh, straddle stance. All right, no birdie. I've been working on when I'm pretty close, feels better to just kind of do a little wrist flick, stab straight at the basket. But maybe the only reason that feels better is just because my putting overall is not super dialed in. All right, hole two. Basket is way up there on the left, but there's some long grass that's OB. And then if you go too far out right, it's also OB. It's kind of hard to go too far out right unless you really turn it over. So just going an overstable disc either down the middle left gap or middle right. I mean, not overstable if you go middle left, I guess, because you don't want to fade into the OB out left. So I think I'm going to go overstable disc and right, or kind of flippy and left. I'll try both. Oh, I don't really know what it's like over where I landed, but that got dangerously close to the OB. All right, I think we landed in a pretty good spot here. Um, Basket straight ahead, like, I don't know, high 200s. Something else I need to work on, reading the distances. But the OB's right in front of me, so I got to go over it, but it's not very long, so shouldn't be an issue. There's OB behind the basket and water, so I think I'm going to go. I don't want to fade left too much, so I'm going to go with this Flippy Mako again and hope it goes mostly straight, maybe a little bit. Try to release it a little flatter than last time. Oh, little hill on the run up. Um, Made my brace come sooner than I was expecting. I'm excited to see what my rating actually is, but I need to play more tournaments because I've only played a few when I was brand new, like 2 to 3 months in. One of them went really well and one of them went terribly. It rained and it was just hard to play in that condition. with not being experienced in tournaments. But at the moment, I'm like 5.5 months in, and if I could just get my putting a little bit more consistent, that would give me a lot better results. That's why I'm putting 3 times on each hole. I also need to practice going for it, like not being too weak with it. Okay, this felt good. That's a birdie. So I'm -1 after 2 holes. Hole 3 should be easy. It's really short right there, but there's water along the left. That's OB. Um, and I'm never sure what I want to do here. If I want to just try to throw it straight or a little bit of anhyzer so it goes away from the water, or do a big hyzer outright. But usually I end up throwing a putter kind of flat with a little anhyzer, slightly stable putter, so I can handle the anhyzer. But I'm usually afraid and do too much anhyzer, then end too far to the right, and now I'm putting with the stream behind the basket, which is scary. But we're gonna try it. Just a little anhyzer. Oh, way too much anhyzer. Just like I said. Oh man. All right. Well, I want to practice going for putt, but I don't think it's worth it to try to go for this one with the water right behind. So I'm gonna just lay up. All right, -1 through 3. This hole is pretty hard. Water all along the right, and then the basket is on an island. Never sure what to throw here. I always want to do something just a little bit understable so it will go straight and flat for longer, but then I always end up in the water. So I think I'll go with an eagle and just try to throw it flat and rely on the fade. Pretty happy with my lie here, so I think that's the right disc choice and shot choice. Anytime I pass that ditch and end up in a decent spot after the ditch, that's pretty good. But it's still hard to approach the basket from here, so I don't really know what to do. Just try to, I can go straight through this gap with like a putter or a wide hyzer and hope it spikes next to the green. I guess I'll try the putter. Well, I threw it straight into the water, of course. Oh, wow, it rolled over onto the island. That was really lucky. All right, still -1 through 5. Uh, this one, the hole is way down, the basket's way down on the left, but it's actually good to end on the right. The So I'd like to throw a backhand that's kind of flippy and have it go to the right, but the 2 discs I want to use I lost. So going with the Hawkeye, it's decently flippy, but I need to release it a little bit flatter. And right into the tree, but at least it's not OB. So let's try that again. I'll try with the Valkyrie, but this Valkyrie's not very flippy. I need to run up a little bit more angled to the left, I think, because I'm trying to kind of throw it flatter. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's really good. I need to do that next time. All right, so my lie here is a little bit tough um, for both forehand and backhand, unless I do a patent pending backhand, which I guess I probably should do that. I haven't practiced it very much though. I mean, I can, yeah, or I could do a forehand like this. Yeah, let's try the patent pending backhand, I guess. That ended up okay, but I threw it higher than I wanted to, and I still held back on my follow through. All right, after two throws, I'm almost at my second throw from the tee. I'm gonna go with the flippy Mako here. Really nice approach shot. So saved the par. All right, still -1. This one's got OB water on the left, and I guess the parking lot is OB. Really tightly wooded. I think it's considered the hardest hole in the course. I probably should throw a really overstable Anheuser forehand, which I'm going to try, but um, it's my least like comfortable shot, or probably just because I haven't practiced it very much. Almost turned that into a, well, kind of did turn it into a roller, but all right, not in a great spot, but not not too bad. The hole is the basket's up there to the right, so I'm just going to throw the Firebird again. All right, should be a simple approach shot with the Invader putter. All right, hole 7, still -1. This is a par 4, 600 feet. Basket's way up on the left on the ridge, so it's really hard to putt. Always a bit of a headwind here, so I'm gonna go over stable, and I'm gonna try to go a decent distance, but I don't know. You don't really need to. It's like two medium distance shots is probably just as easy to birdie compared to like a big distance shot and then an easier approach. Wow. I, no way. That's the first time I've actually gone over the hill. I don't think it's OB. There's not that much as much headwind as I'm used to, and I put too much hyzer on it, I guess. So let me try flatter release. Okay, it's into the hill. it's like, I don't know how long, 360 maybe. Maybe I need to be throwing a more understable disc in these conditions where there's not a ton of wind when we try to champion turn. Yeah, that worked out, but if there was any wind, it would have turned over and went OB to the right. So I think I'm OB, but I'm not really sure. So I'm just gonna play it. I've heard people say that this isn't OB, but I don't know. It's whatever. Probably is, but so my first throw was only in the mid 300s, but the turn went 400 exactly. I need to lay up here, but I don't really have an easy look to lay up. It's not very far, but it's just a scary one. All right, hole 8. I'm even. I entered the last hole as a one extra on my score because I played that as if it wasn't out of bounds, but it probably was. This one is par 4, 405, and it's a big dog leg up there to the right. Um, and the tall grass straight forward and to the left is OB, and there's a creek along the right side. So I'm not really sure what's the best play here. I'm going to try to go with an eagle and swing it out right a little bit so it fades back left, but not too far into the OB area. Oh, that's way too much. Oh no. Okay, let me try this TL Champion plastic. It's decently stable. I'm going to try to just punch it kind of straight forward. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, I think. Is it long? No. All right, so it was OB. I grabbed it and just flicked it with a forehand around the corner here. So this is a bogey. Oh, actually, I'm still even through 8. The last hole was a par 4. So even with the OB, it was a easy par save. I forget because it feels like it should be a par 3. Um, so this one, hole 9, 268, not very far, but you need a good amount of fade. So I think I'll go with, I don't know if I should throw the eagle here or like the Thunderbird. I'll probably go with the Thunderbird for my first one. I have a weird like muscle memory with the Thunderbird though. I use it for like spike hyzers a lot or big hyzers. So sometimes when I'm trying to throw it flat and let it fade, I accidentally put too much hyzer on it. So okay, 268. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, it that hit the base like the mound that the basket's on. All right, I really should be birdieing this hole and the last hole. So should birdie this one. But uh, oh my gosh, I didn't hold it hard enough and accidentally released it a little bit left, but I got lucky.